What is going on, Governors? Chisgule here, and today we've got more of the footage you've been requesting. It's crazy KvK Season 3 rallies and defenses. Alright, in this video, we're going to have some really crazy rallies, some really crazy defenses. I edited all this footage and stuck it together. It's at 2x speed for most of it, except the reports, which are 1x speed. And man, there is a lot of good stuff in this video. So if you like Rise of Kingdoms War and you want to see the reality of what it looks like with our commentary, then you should like and subscribe. We've got a ton of that footage, and it looks like the very first rally landed and was canceled. We had a Wu Zetian defending with a bunch of infantry. Looks like I'm murder balling in the open field, and I'm also launching a rally. So this got pretty nuts. I have to think, there we go, rallies on the way. My other marches are fighting. Who the heck knows where? This gets pretty hot. Now, this is at the start of KvK, Pass 5, the gates have opened. Card up in the top for the previous video in this sequence where we showed the crazy warring that was happening. At this point in our KvK, we've lost 6 million power. We're going to lose, what, like at least 4x that continuing forward, because we end up around 114 million power. Yeah, I guess it's 20 million power additional lost. We lost a lot of power. It looks like the flag we were burning was left empty, so we're launching Attila Takeda rallies in an ongoing basis to keep the flag burning. This is something that we were not doing well at the start, and we could have done, and actually we did do better later on, which is sort of timing the rallies to hit the target exactly when you want. I'll talk about that in a second. I've got a rally that's about to hit. We're also getting rallied over here. Oh my gosh, we're getting double rallied. Well, the start of this video is off to a good start. We've got a double rally on us with Edward and Esong, and maybe, yeah, Edward Esong on both. I'm using my Ethelfled and Joan of Arc to buff the flag by using T4 troops so that my repair bill is not too high to hit a single march. This is totally worth it, in my opinion. I'm also debuffing them like crazy. I keep looking for room to get in the flag, and I honestly should have sent a less than full march into the flag. And it looks like we're crazy. We're building into another direction, exposing ourselves to getting rallied at the same time. Oh my gosh, we're totally insane. We're totally insane. Hulk is the captain of this garrison, and if you see Hulk is the captain of a garrison, look out, because you're going to be done for. Hulk has put a lot of time and energy into being specifically a captain of defenses, and he is an infantry specialist through and through. So here you see the double rally still going on. I really regret the way that I'm not just filling the flag, because I think my city might be near there. So I keep trying to put a full march of 310, and I'm like, oh, it's not 310. I guess my city is not near there. Okay, I feel less bad. I feel less bad, and I can't quite get in. I do have a march standing nearby to fill it up if I need to. Man, we're getting double rallied already. I hope I get in on this report. This is pretty nuts. I'm pretty sure we're going to get rallied on this flank as well. This was a really dangerous flag to have built. Like, we really exposed ourselves to getting hit here. And I think we were at this moment in time kind of honey badger, thinking like, we are Thanos, we will run over. Like, whatever your defense is, as long as our flag builds successfully. Which is like, not the wrong strategy, but also not an amazing strategy. Yeah, my city's a little further away than I'd like from that flag. I've got to be able to fill this thing. You see, I'm like smashing the button. I'm trying. Okay, and now somebody else has filled it. That's a good problem. Here we're getting rallied, so I've also got an infantry march near there to stick into this flag if needed. What is rallying us? Can we see? It looks like, ooh, it's an Esong, but it's getting pretty fiercely beat down. Maybe it's an Esong El Cid? I mean, like, yep, it's Esong El Cid. Well, that's very Season 0, Season 1, like pre-KvK meta pairing. It was a very good pairing. It was a very, very good pairing, like a year ago. All right, so here is another rally. Surprised we didn't have any reports for any of that other stuff that we were just looking at, but whatever, is what it is. we've got another flag building, another rally. Oh, what's going on here? Our allies in purple are building a flag, and they're getting rallied by an Attila Takeda. We were battling against Attila Takedas, by the way. We just happen to have an expertise Attila Takeda that we would rally with for like 16 hours straight every day, which is pretty tough to deal with, not gonna lie. So I'm pretty sure we've counter-rallied that rally, and they're swarming Attila Takeda, which is a disaster. That is a total disaster. Card up in the top. You've seen my feelings on swarming and Attila Takeda. It is not a good plan. I'm really interested, by the way, to see how this ultimately shapes up Arc League. I think there's going to be some really fascinating changes to the way that ultimately works. Okay, so we're still building that flag that's in the precarious position. This flag is getting kind of wrecked. I don't even know if that rally's been reinforced a whole heck of a lot. Like, the thing that they should do is just attack the reinforcements to the rally rather than hitting the rally. I'm pretty sure their hospital would have filled up with the way they were swarming. Looks like someone from our alliance is even starting to try to swarm too, which, like, gosh bless them. Gosh bless you. Now, people figured out pretty quickly, though, that, like, swarming this was not going to work. There, they canceled the rally. That flag's still building. Here, we're getting rallied again, but this time our flag is finally finished building. I send in my Ethelflaed Joan of Arc for buffs, and boom, they cancel their rally. Here's another rally on a flag. Looks like they were beaten. I caught the tail end of it. Here, we're rallying something. By the way, I said this would be action-packed. They're rallying our rally. That counter-rally's been set. We're up against a Richard I, which, like, he is getting melted. He's probably got the wrong talents. May or may not be the absolute most optimal pairing as a secondary either. And, like, I think it's maybe an E-song. Oh, my gosh. That's not going to go well for them. This is not going well for them. And if they swarm us, which they're starting to do, like, here they switch to an Attila. Oh, my gosh, what's happening? And now it's Alexander the Great as the captain. This report is probably very juicy. This is probably... Oh, and more troops are going into the flag. Oh, no. Now it's back to Richard. All right, well, now they're running away. This is probably a very juicy report. This is an example of why, like, you see an Attila Takeda report, and, like, it's not representative. 65,000 dead for us, 216,000 dead for them, 3,000 dead for us, 24,000 dead for them. Oh, 41,000 dead for us and 586,000 dead for them. They have a level 10 Alexander the Great as captain. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Oh, no. So, of course, we rally that flag again. This time, they've got a Charles Martel. Charles Martel's a fine captain. Infantry are good. Now, granted, the better infantry commander to defend is Constantine. Slam dunk, not even close. Like, not even the same universe. Constantine Richard is very good. And Constantine's been around for a very long time. He's a very good commander. I think my rally is about to get swarmed, which, like, I don't know. Are they putting those... Please tell me they put those 10 marches there because they're going to try to swarm, not fill the flag. Because if that's so... Oh my gosh, it's going to be an insane report. I think they figured out, though, like, they're not going to do that. E-Song is in the flag, so, like, our folks are getting themselves killed by being too close to the flag, which is really awkward. Yep. Like, if they just bait us toward the flag, like, they're getting a ton of value. So this report is going to look better on their side than it will on our side. Our report is only going to show, the damage that our rally could see, which is only the damage we did to the structure and the structure did to us, and, like, whatever swarms were done to us. We'll see that. But what we're not going to see in this report is the damage that the flag did to all the other nearby marches, which is probably pretty substantial. And, like, you can see the damage on the screen. What a mess. What a mess. I mean, like, at her deer right now is just standing in the AoE and, like, eating it. And, like, there's a part of me that wants to cancel the rally because, like, we lose basically all of our value by virtue of this player getting hit by the AoE. But, like, we can't not rally stuff because somebody's standing in the wrong place. Like, I don't know. It's pretty awkward. Like, maybe we should have kicked them out of the alliance and then, like, they don't get hit by the AoE. I don't know what the answer is. But they're just getting straight wrecked. We're a year and at least 3 months into this game. Come on, people. Don't stand in flag AoE. It's very bad. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your health. Here you can see the flag is starting to tip, possibly in our favor. They've dropped down to a red health bar. Really, in order to know that, we'd have to scout it. And the counter-rallies arrived. They've got Khan, and who else? Was it Cao Cao? I think it's a Cao Cao. I think that's a fine pairing to do a lot of damage. The thing you want on a counter-rally is high damage. And a counter-rally really does a lot of work against Attila Takeda. Swarming does not, but a rally can be pretty gosh darn good. And you can see we're really feeling the pressure now. The thing that really does to a rally is it makes it so that I can no longer kind of out-heal the amount of damage that is happening from the Charles Martel and Richard I or whoever they have in that particular flag. And now we really have to sort of keep very aggressively filling the rally. And there's a high likelihood that we just don't have enough different players online to keep filling the rally. So this is a good way to stall to prevent the flag from actually burning. And honestly, a counter rally on a rally is basically the way you pull the ripcord. It's the way you pull the ripcord on the parachute when, like, you need to make sure that the flag is going to stay. It puts enough pressure that they really have to do something about it, and it will deplete them faster. So I'm a huge fan of counter rallies in KvK. I don't know if counter rallies will be the jam in Arc League yet or not. They were not the jam. It was all about swarming, but with Attila Takeda, that calculus may have changed. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But as soon as I know, you'll see it in a video. You'll see it in a video. Probably counter rallies these days will be the play. We've got our rally down to 1 million troops. Somebody's reinforced this rally from entirely too far away. I probably should just be kicking people out of the alliance that do that because they're really causing problems here. I get a look at the rally. See, it's 1.3, but I only have like 900,000 troops there, not even. I mean, like it's... Okay, now we're back up to 1.1 million. That's good. I remember when there were so many people that we could reinforce rallies like this at the start of KvK, and everybody had troops, and there was zero hesitation, and people were pretty good all the way through to the sort of bitter end in doing that. Man, it's just so nuts. Like, this is a very long rally. This is a very long rally because this is a 2x speed on a single flag. And they are, I think, swarming us, possibly, which maybe not. Maybe it's just nearby marches. It looks like Negan is trying to do some damage to the counter rally, which is kind of awesome. Usually he would send some marches in to go deal with the counter rally and apply some pressure to it. Swarming the counter rally is not a bad plan. The challenge with this particular positioning is that you make yourselves pretty exposed to Isong AoE if you try to do that, which... that's less than amazing. We're back under like 900,000 troops here. We definitely need the reinforce. I go and check. We're at 710,000. I'm done with it. That rally went on for long enough. Oh, verification rewards. Come on. All right, what do we got here? 622,000 dead for us. 948,000 dead for them. Charles primary, Richard secondary is pretty solid. And, you know, a bunch of swarming Sev wounds. I'll call out if any of these were dead troops, but I don't think so. At this point, oh, there's 9,000 dead troops. Uh-oh. We're still pretty early in the KvK craziness. Yeah, I noticed now. 9,000 dead troops. Yikes. You gotta watch that swarm, y'all. You've gotta watch that swarm. What else do we have? Anything? I mean, like, you see why swarming Attila Takeda is really quite dangerous. Wow, 212,000 Sev wounds. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right, well, we're back in on the same flag with another rally. And this is a concept Gecko has described, and I have definitely experienced firsthand all throughout this KvK, is that you reach a point in time where one side or the other gives. And if you give, you lose all your momentum and you're wrecked. So you basically have to fight. Because if you stay and fight, the consequences are likely to be less than if you back down. And it's sort of like a game of chicken, where like, who's going to back down first and give the other side momentum? Well, we're not going to back down. Like, we're rocking the Attila Takeda offense, so we're all in. I think the thing that they kind of needed to do that would have pressured us is if they tried to burn our flag at the same time, instead of just focusing on this defense, if they'd made us like split our attention between defending and attacking. But, you know, this was part of the advantage of our having such a diverse roster of commanders in our kingdom, is that, you know, in, you know, a dozen different places on the battlefield, we could have the very best defense captains in the game, some combination of, you know, Constantine and Richard I and Wu Zetian. And also we could be launching at least 3 fully expertised Attila Takeda rallies. Plus King Talib was launching Attila Takeda rallies. Even though his wasn't expertise, it was certainly good enough to be doing some pretty serious work. And you can see, like, we're doing some serious work on this flag. It's getting really low. Someone is swarming us with a Guan, which, like, we're immune to silence. They're also swarming us with, you know, some cavalry. Okay, they back down. Yeah. That swarming in Attila Takeda rally is not going to go well. And the report is going to pan out that way, I suspect. 190,000 dead for us, 533,000 dead for them. Ooh, wow. I'm pretty sure there was not a secondary commander. Did I see that correctly? No, there was. All right. Here we are again, doing exactly what I promised. Like, you keep rallying the flag until they kind of give up. At least, you know, not give up the whole thing, but like that particular flag. They've got Charles in place. I actually really like the position that Leonard put his city in. That was a perfect spot to grab. We really needed to maintain the open field there to prevent them from doing exactly what he did, which makes it a lot harder for us to reinforce our rally. And he can just snipe marches outside his city all day, especially because there's no AoE coming from Attila Takeda. Like, he doesn't need to worry about getting hit by Attila Takeda. So I think that position's really good. And people can also, up to 1 million troops can be reinforcing his city. So he can kind of like have a lot of troops in there and get reinforced and like pop out and hit somebody and pop back in and pop out and hit somebody. And it's a real pain in the butt. And right now, after combat ends, your troops run back to your city as well, which, like, if you weren't paying attention, you get kind of wrecked. In fairness, if you're not paying attention in KvK, like, that's probably not the best plan. That's probably not the best plan. So we're at about 1.1 million, now back up to 1.3. And this looks like it's going to be a real flag fight. They've got a Richard as the secondary. I'm guessing that because of the healing numbers I just saw. Yeah, that's got to be what that is. We should theoretically be able to see Richard I's AoE, the debuff that flies out there. We check on our rally. I canceled it. Why did I cancel? Someone must have put the wrong troop type in the rally. I'm pretty sure that if I canceled that, someone had the wrong troop type in there, which is a catastrophic error. That is all but guaranteed to be what has happened there. Here we're rallying now a different flag. Presumably we've pushed into the battlefield a little bit, perhaps one flag from previous. And this is a tough flag to rally. It's in the middle of a bunch of cities. Honestly, I do not like our angle of attack here. This is way less than amazing. There's way too much of their territory that we have to walk through. And if somebody were to teleport like right into the middle where all these troops are right now, it would just really, really be catastrophic. And you can see here by owning the open field, they're really pressuring the reinforcements into our rally very heavily, which is very good for them. Their counter rally has landed again with a Khan and Cao Cao. Folks are still joining into our rally, but gosh darn, we're down to 900, not even 900, we're 700,000. I mean, not owning the field is catastrophic. King Talib joining into the rally, Unique joining into the rally, bunch of people, Spartan joining into the rally. This is going much better for them. And, you know, so much of the game is all about strategic positioning. I mean, like, we don't talk about that a lot, but the position of your city and the place from which you're launching rallies is really important. It does look like we shifted gears, by the way. This is the flag we watched build earlier, and now up top by where we're rallying was where we were getting rallied earlier. We cancel our rally, 246,000 dead for us, 276,000 dead for them. Actually a pretty good defense on their part against Attila Takeda. Just saying, it's possible. They created a situation where that was a thing. That or they were doubling down. Oh, wow. But there were like 80,000 troops that died from swarming, which like, that gave us a lot of value. That gave us a lot of, free value. Yeah. Okay. Here we're getting rallied. We've got a Constantine Richard, and we're defending against archers, and that's an Edward Esong. That's a actually very good pairing. That was probably one of the best pairings before the addition of Attila and Takeda into the game. So really strong pick. For whatever reason, I didn't edit out my doing the mysterious merchant, but I will call out that I do spend my gems on the material choice chests, or I guess they're not material choice, they're random material chests, because like, you gotta get those materials, yo. Oh my gosh. All right, well, we won the rally, which is already a mistake. They should not have run the rally that long. It was 245,000 dead for us and 276,000 dead for them. Honestly, a pretty solid turnout for them in that report. Here, we're rallying the flag up north again. They've got a lot of marches here. This is not a great take for us. We still don't have enough presence in that field, nor enough sort of space in that field. But of course, King Talib showing up big with, 5 marches? A bunch of marches anyways, to sort of clear these guys out. King Talib lives for that. The dude loves to clear the field, not gonna lie. All right, so our rally is doing some work on this flag, and now we have enough going on in the field that people are able to get into the rally unharassed. This is a pretty big deal because it creates a world in which instead of each person reinforcing with 120,000 because their march got beat down on the way in, they're reinforcing with like 260,000. It is a pretty substantial difference in terms of our ability to conduct this rally effectively. It does look like it's a Richard and Charles that are in there. My goodness, if they could switch it up to a Charles Esong right now, they would get so much value. And, Constantine coming around the field from King Talib was giving the rally the 10% damage reduction, which is a really big deal. I kind of wish we were doing more of that, but I will say that a lot of the Constantines in our alliance at this exact moment in time were specialized for being the captain of a garrison rather than, running around in the open field to provide buffs. So that sort of explains at least a little bit of what's going on there. It looks like we have our Alexander the Great either lined up to join a rally or in a flag. I guess we'll have to watch and see kind of what we do with our Alexander the Great here. He may make an appearance on the battlefield. I also, I'm looking at a lot of places at once and I'm chatting on voice. And by the way, they're already putting a lot of siege units into a flag, which I found kind of surprising. It's pretty early in the KvK for siege units to be going into a flag. Somebody must have committed a lot of troops already to be doing that. It's something that I have done in the past when we were basically out of all of the other troop types. And now I'm kind of low on siege units, but I definitely don't want to speed those up, which is pretty funny. You got to have enough siege units to fill a couple marches to loot cities optimally. We don't have that many now, but you get the idea. So this rally is running on for a while. King Talib is still there with the Constantine. He's a little far away for us to get the buffs. And Chris B, who is, I believe, one of the kings of Kingdom 89, is now counter-rallying us. And he's using a combination that I think is pretty good, although I wish the order was flipped. He's got Alexander the Great and Constantine. That's a solid pairing. The reason I prefer the Constantine primary is just for the rage generation. I do think the talents that are available on Alexander the Great are quite good for a rally. He just doesn't have the rage gen. And we're trying to watch the number of troops we have here, but having a little bit of difficulty watching that. Pretty sure at this point we were on voice asking people to tell us. There we go. We're at 1 million troops. 1 million is a fine number. If I get down below like 800,000, I start to be concerned about the health of the rally. And it looks like they are debuffing us with an Ethelfled and Hannibal Barca, which is a pretty solid debuffing pair, quite frankly. That's a pretty solid pair. I'm looking at my rally, and I cancel. Let's get a look at the report. 393,000 dead for us and 564,000 dead for them. Pretty solid trade in our favor. Cruising down the report. Well, gosh. We should have favorited the report first. Otherwise, every time you have a new report come in to your inbox, it bumps the report all the way back up to the top. Less than amazing. I'm pretty sure we've got 1 or 2 more rallies left here in this video. Let me know down in the comments which of these sorts of rallies you thought was most interesting, or what from our KvK you want to see more of. I have dozens upon dozens of hours of footage of rallies and defenses. And I mean, like, here we are again, hitting this same freaking flag, which is a really difficult position for us, which is why it's also so important that we take this position away from the hands of the folks that we're fighting against, so that we can have a bit more ground to reinforce things. Would make a really quite substantial difference in our ability to wage this war effectively. So right now, this looks like it's going incredibly well for us. Like, I wonder if that flag is even full. Maybe it is. Okay, I think it is. They launch a rally on one of our flags, which is pretty smart. Again, I've got my Alex probably sitting in a flag with 310,000 troops, just as reinforcements. I use T5 for all my fighting that involve deaths in KvK. The intention there is that my T4 can be upgraded to T5 if I really want to get a lot of points. But I did that to get the Saints Halo City skin, which gives 5% AP regen, as well as 5% skill damage. And I actually kind of missed having as many T4s as I did in the past, because the repair cost for T4s is just so much better. Like, you can field fight so much more with T4s. It's honestly unbelievable. So I think T5s exist, at least for me, to just go die, and T4 exists to get, either used in the field or upgraded to T5 for a whole heck of a lot of points during a Mighty Governor. Like, that's really what T4 are used for me. This rally is still continuing. They've got multiple counter rallies, I think, set on us at this point. I also just noticed that there are players that are in E89 and W89. So this one player, Zaddy Shark, looks like they are rallyable, and we probably should have done that, but wouldn't have noticed. Plus, they're online, so, like, okay, maybe rallying them is not a great choice. Maybe rallying them is not the great choice. By the way, we hit 50,000 subs very recently on the channel. I'm so pumped. We're going to do a giveaway, as promised, in the live stream this weekend. We're probably targeting Saturday, to be determined exactly what time, probably in the morning. And they're swarming our Attila Takeda rally. Oh my God, they're doing it. Oh no, this report is going to be really insane. This report is going to be so insane. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, here comes the counter rally, and I'm pretty sure one of my alliance members launched a counter rally on the counter rally. They've got an Ethelfled, and I didn't see who the secondary was. We're looking really good, actually. We are the king at this moment in time, which is really great. I'm just checking to see if everybody's got calves, I suppose. I cancel the rally. I was told somebody didn't have calves in the rally. I think so. I cancel. 312,000 dead for us, 486,000 dead for them. Definitely a positive trade in our favor. And when we look at the swarming, well, I guess we won't do that now. Too late for that now. We've got to teleport, and we've got to get in on this action. This is a flag you saw earlier. Punished by Death is rallying it now with a Julius Caesar. However, since we're here, we're going to teleport in and start doing this with Attila Takeda. We need to be a little quicker on the uptake. There we go. Get our city in there. We're right on the front line. Boom. Okay, and now, as soon as that rally is canceled, we're going to launch our rally. Hopefully you have enjoyed watching this KvK video. We've got a ton more of this footage showing all the crazy stuff that happened on our KvK. This is tip of the iceberg, my friends. Tip of the iceberg. So if you like Crazy War, like and subscribe. At some point in this KvK, we end up facing between like 14 to 17 enemy forts across 5 kingdoms all at the same time. You're not going to want to miss it.